you already know how to play and relax. And this is a huge insight for me. I already know. It's innate, it's intrinsic. We know, we knew when we were children. It hasn't gone away, that knowing how to play, how to be, how to step out of time and space. It's not something you have to learn. It's something you have to remember. And the reason we find it so hard to remember is because of control often. Because this program's running that tells us, no, 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 we need to stay safe and in control. But we miss out. We miss out on life because life is here now. And generally, control is based in the future, anxiety. When I make a video, when I put content together, I want it to be a well-formed thought. And sometimes I get impatient and I put thoughts together, I create content and I put it out there and I realize that it's not ready, that I'm trying to stick to a schedule, that I'm trying to remain in control. And so I want to talk about control because I've talked a lot about play and relaxation. But one big insight that I've received is that if control is the core program that is running the show for you when you're stuck in your mind, then it is going to be almost impossible to bring in play and relaxation into your life. And it's in vain that you might attempt to schedule play in or schedule relaxation in. Oh, this part of the day will be for relaxation. This part of the day will be for play. But it never really feels fully immersive in a present moment experience of play and relaxation when we do that. And so my realization is that we've got to stop trying to fit play and relaxation into our lives if control is our core program running. First, we need to be able to release control. So, control. For me, this has been my safety. It's been my safety and my core coping mechanism in my life. Control has been a direct response to feeling that I have to do, produce, and achieve to prove my worth, worthiness for love. And so from a very young age, I decided that that's what I needed to do, was I had to do, produce, and achieve to receive love. And so I integrated into my life systems of control to ensure that I was always doing, producing, and achieving the right amounts that I deemed were enough to be receiving love. Now, of course, there's never enough when you have this program running. So it always felt that I was never enough. Maybe you relate to that. And this is an insatiable program. There is no enough. So some of the responses or the ways, the infrastructure, the systems that we build into our life to be able to adjust around this program of control are especially associated with work. Now, in our Western world, we have to work generally. And if we have a program of control, then often work is the core area that we can be the hardest on ourselves. For me, that's definitely the case. I have a part-time role as an employee for an organization, and I also work and run my own business from home. Now, in both of these scenarios, I often have recognized that theme of control, and it often is through this drive to be successful, to be worthy, to be deserving, and to be achieving. And it's often within the frame of time, the pressure of time, and I've talked about this before. And overwhelm is the core emotion. Stress is another one that comes when we feel that we're not living up or measuring up to our criteria for being enough, for completing enough tasks, and for completing them in the right amount of time. And so what happens is we compensate with even more control, and we react and get triggered a lot when these control systems are infiltrated with life, because life doesn't fit into a nice, neat package of control according to our mind. Now, of course, how are we going to relax and play when our very core programming is based in this system? It's a safety system. It's not just at work. It's also at home. It's in our relationships. It's in our health systems. It's everywhere that we experience or perceive life, because that's how we feel we can get worthy of love. And so what I want to share with you is the importance of surrender in these situations, so that it becomes a new habit, a new way of being. And it takes time to build new neural pathways when you're in these situations where you would formerly be triggered into overwhelm or stress or reacting because you don't feel in control in that moment. Maybe your boss has come up to you and she or he has given you several tasks at once, and you were just barely finishing the one you were on. And now suddenly you feel overwhelmed and you want to break down or to give up, or you feel hopeless or helpless. These are the very moments that we need to let go. And we need to let go and accept the fear of not getting it done according to our system of control. We need to allow life to live through us instead of trying to control and live life the way that we perceive is safe. And so this might happen at home. You might have chores and jobs to do, and prepping and shopping and cleaning and tidying and cooking, but recognizing that the fear of a messy, unprepared, disorganized environment is what you're running away from and resisting, and letting go and just accepting that what will be. And that actually frees you from control. So facing and sitting with, not running away from potential mess or unpreparedness. At home, at work, with relationships, there are many scenarios I could share where we try to control things, where we can try to control the narrative, where we try to control the direction of a conversation, where we try to make ourselves feel safe through knowing the future, because we can never know the future. It doesn't exist. All that is real is now. So control is really something that's been covering up our fear, our deep fears. And so let's get to letting go so that we can move into flow, so that we can experience play, so we can experience relaxation. You already know how to play and relax. And this is a huge insight for me. I already know. It's innate, it's intrinsic. We know, we knew when we were children. It hasn't gone away, that knowing how to play, how to be, how to step out of time and space. It's not something you have to learn. It's something you have to remember. And the reason we find it so hard to remember is because of control often. Because this program's running that tells us, no, we need to stay safe and in control. But we miss out. We miss out on life, because life is here now. And generally, control is based in the future, anxiety. And so finding a natural rhythm for play and relaxation involves letting go and surrendering the need to control everything, which involves acceptance of what you've been running away from, the fear of not being enough, the fear of not getting things right, the fear of not getting things done, the fear of not getting things done in time, the fear of not being popular or successful, the fear of being unprepared, being disorganized, being late. All of these are fears that are driving you to stay small and afraid. And so allowing yourself to gently give yourself permission to let go and surrender and accept that some of these experiences are actually what you need to face. And you've been running away your whole life. In my personal experience, that's what I did under the guise of being in control. I've been running away from the self, from myself, from my center, from my fear of life happening to me instead of me being in control. So when you finally allow yourself to relax into letting go, you'll find more time to relax. Funny that. And play will start to come into your life experience again. So there's no trying here. There's no work to be done. It's the complete opposite. It's the complete opposite. To bring balance into your life, to bring the sacred, which is play and relaxation, delight, presence, to bring the sacred into your life and have a balance of surviving and the sacred. You don't have to do any work. It's about letting go. So I hope this has been encouraging, helpful, insightful in some way. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and have a beautiful day. See ya.